Okay. Interesting. So what I've learned from last time I streamed for like only like a few minutes is that I turned off so my mic doesn't notify me or the stream that my mic is off or on. Oh, I wanted to test that out too. Ugh. Alright, test, test. Hang on. Hang on. Let me fuck with it for a sec. Okay, perfect. So the mic when turns off when I want it to, which is important. And it won't notify that the sound will, it won't notify the with the robot voice that is turning off or on and stuff like that, which is good. However, I still wanted the chat to be on the side if I can. That I forgot how to do that. I think it was here. Yeah, show the live dog chat on the left side. Okay, that was supposed to be open, I think. I guess not. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. I could just have it on my phone then. That just sucks a little bit. Or maybe, can I just do this? No. I don't want that to happen. And there was also a few things I wanted to test out, like can you see my Discord? Or can you see anything that I open? Yeah, you can. And then I was also curious, I need to get my earbud out again. I was also curious if you can watch YouTube while I watch YouTube. Like, let's say.
Hello everyone, this is your daily dose of internet.
Okay, that's fine. Holy shit, it's loud though. Holy cow. Okay. Now I know that works, because I wanted to do that while I play video games. I'm pretty sure you're allowed to watch YouTube videos while you're streaming, hopefully, as long as you're not making money from it. But I just wanted to explain what I do. I've had this computer for a few months now. Got it for I think $600-ish. I can't remember honestly. And then I had this desktop monitor from Angel just because he had a third one, and then I've had this monitor for a long time for my PS4. but I'm kind of ditching the PS4. And I mostly play a game called Animal Jam most of the time on here. And I can explain what I do there. And then I can explain what my notes do. Here's my notes for Animal Jam. I can explain what everything is, just for fun, you know? But yeah, while I explain that, I can show you what this game is. Some players or some viewers, if they come in, they might know what this is. If not, it's okay, I'm sorry, but I think this might be the first thing that I'll try to stream for a while. So I'm gonna just try to explain a little bit to players that don't know this game. So what this pop-up is that I have a few shops in the game. It's not real money, it's just in-game money. And diamonds are mostly what the money is just to buy stuff. Sorry, I'm trying to hear myself too on the YouTube, so I'm like messing up with my words. Let me rephrase that. So there's in-game shops. If you can sell them for gems and diamonds. Gems aren't really good in my opinion. It's mostly diamonds that are good to buy stuff with. And 90% of players, I suppose, have shops. For you to have shops, you have to have a membership. And unfortunately, non-members can't buy from shops like this person right here. You can barely see them. But usually how I do my shops is I gift for every purchase. And then here's how this comes in. I usually write down each item that they buy here. So that way I can remember, like let's say they bought like 10 items. I can't just keep clicking OK because then I'll forget like how much did they buy. So that's why I write down each item like that. It might just be one item, but just in case if they bought more. Like, and you saw that little glimpse that I clicked OK. They bought another one since I had 2 of that item. And then this specific item is just a den item. There's also clothing and then there's also pets that you can have, and stuff like that. So in that scenario, they only bought 2 items. And then, yeah. And then I let them message me once they have bought. So then that way I can gift them. Because unfortunately, when people buy, it does not tell me the person's username. Unfortunately, it just tells me the item's name. And so that's why I tell people to message me here the items that they bought so that way I can gift them. Because sometimes when people just say, oh, I bought, there's sometimes a few customers that bought items and I need to cross off the item because some people either lie and say that they bought, but I didn't see any pop-up of anything, or just some situations like that. And so that's why I made this masterpiece like a message to tell people basically what I just said, to message me. And then I can gift them whatever I want. And then I usually have in my notes what to gift here of clothing items, because I mostly try to get rid of clothing items because I have so much. And then I do the den items after, just because both items are almost full, but this one's a little bit less full. That's why I try to do clothing first. But most of these items are worth a good amount-ish. So I try to gift items worth a few rooms each. And if you don't know what that is in the future, just let me know. I'll try to explain it later. But for now, I'm going to gift them 2 items. But right now, I don't have any clothing items to gift, so I'm going to... Here's my din items that I'm going to gift. And then these are the items from here to here if I have none from here to here. But since I have from here to here, I'm going to try to gift them from these items. So for instance, wind items. So I'm going to go to my din items, paste wind, and then see if there's anything that I can gift. Which I don't have any more wind items besides this guy, but I don't want to gift that just yet unless I had literally nothing. So I'm going to go to phantom items. Scroll down, and then even though it's in the shop already, I'm going to give something in here. Which I'm probably going to do one of these just because I have 3. And then probably just another phantom item in this scenario. I'll just do this table. And so that's just I just gifted for those 2 items, so I delete their jag and then erase this because I gifted them. And then that's it for that one. I gotta be careful to click on my shops after I trade or gift somebody because it might take the items out, which is really annoying, so that's why I just refresh and just reopen it. But yeah, this game is really cute. You play as any animal most of the time if you remember. It's really cool. And then you get to have your own pets, your own houses. You can decorate as much as you want. You don't even need to have shops. But unfortunately, that's what most of what my account is. And then I got some collector items that I like to keep and stuff like that. And it's really cool because you can do art and yeah, just stuff like that. It's really cool. I like to get nerdy in this game too. Like for instance, let's say this item took me a very long time to get, like more than a few years altogether. And it's only, I don't know how much are in the game, but it's just really hard to get this item specifically because it's a glitched item. And what I'm basically saying is that this game has a huge worth system. And unfortunately, there's a lot of scammers out there being rude to kids and, saying that they will do something and then they don't and they leave with your item. It's just sad. But yeah, I finally got a PC. So I think I'm gonna get away from the PS4 if I can. And maybe just start streaming on here and just vibing and chilling and just playing. What this guy is, I don't know if I need to explain everything, but here's just eco items. Like, you gain points if you put a lot down, and when you get goodness, I'm gonna mess up with my words a lot during this stream, and I apologize for that. But I placed 10 of them down, and then they will regenerate points, and when you get enough points, you can get more eco items. But I don't usually get the points for myself. I like to just use the points to get the items and then put it in my store for other people. Yeah, it's really cool because I have so many shops and stuff. I know a lot of people, or it's 50-50 honestly. It kind of sucks about this game because the worth changes constantly with each item. Something can be worth literally nothing, and then like a month later it will be worth a lot more, or vice versa. Something can be worth a shit ton, and then it can go back to 0 just like that. And so that's kind of sad. And so with that being said, I like to get items and then just put it in my store and then let it sell like normally. Unfortunately with that is that I keep mostly my word changes downhill, which is unfortunate. Like, it loses worth. I mean, some of my items go up, and that's awesome, but most of the time it's going down. For instance, there's these items called din betas. Din betas are items that first came out when the game first came out, and they're no longer in stores anymore. You can only get them through missions or trading or buying. And unfortunately, the rule changes changed a lot, and so they were so there's like I said, I don't want to mess up one more slot, and I apologize. Um, Most items in this game are members. With this lock being on there, is only members can wear it, but non-members can still have it on their inventory. And so there's a difference between member din betas and non-member din betas. It's just the lock means member, and if it doesn't have a lock, then it's non-member. With that being said, like I think a year ago at this point, they member din betas used to be 20 diamonds, and non-member din betas used to be 30. With that being said, unfortunately, a year ago, I used to buy a ton or do constant missions to get them to get spikes, which is a higher value item to sell or trade or keep or whatever you want with them. And sad enough that the din betas that I used to get the spikes for gone horribly down. Now that there were 6 diamonds and I think like 8 diamonds for non-members. So I lost a ton of worth. It's just people don't know that, I guess. Well, yeah, like I said, it's 50-50. 50% of players get it. 50 players are like, hey, your stuff is way overpriced. It's like, I get that now, but back then it was worth that much. It's just, you gotta understand, I bought like like 100 of them. And so I'll lower them eventually. It's just lost a lot of worth. So some of them are still the original price that I've had them for, but I think only almost 2 shops now are going back to the fair price. Most mostly mostly 2 shops, so that's good. Um, like I said, if you're ever watching and you have questions, please ask, and I can try to answer the best I can. Um, I can explain my notes a bit more, maybe. So this whole thing is just for Animal Jam, most of the part, except from here to here, I guess, is from other stuff. But yeah, I can explain what each thing does. So, what this is saying is about a masterpiece that I've had. I'm telling myself basically it's like I can add to it if I wanted it to. And I can explain that in a minute. Basically what I'm saying is, for instance, here's my bird painting, whatever, masterpiece, and it's kind of like that. Um, but I told myself before, I was like, you know what? I think I can add to it. And so what I did is make a background for it, and then make a din item like that, and then I would sell it. So I'm basically telling myself with the raccoon masterpiece, if I wanted to add to it, I can, but I'm not sure if I want to. And so here's the raccoon masterpiece, but if I really wanted to, I can make like a forest background if I wanted to. So that's basically what that's saying. And then the bees part is I have to go through my friends list constantly because you can only have 1,000, and this constantly gets full just because people add me or I add them for different reasons, for trade, for shop, for me to discuss something with them later, or just being friends, or something funny happened and I added them. But um what the bees is saying is that I constantly like every now and then, whenever I feel like it, I go through my friends list one by one, and then I unadd people if they're away for more than 30 days. I unadd them later on, when I have the time to, or if I'm doing it. And so what the B's is saying is that I already went through the A's, all the A's, and then I have to go through the B's, and then the C's, and so on. And so that's what that is saying. Um, Toast Tiger Maze just need hat. What's that saying is that I have a pet store in my game, or in my shop, which is right here, and it's just pets that you can have. And I make the exact same pets after it gets sold, really, most of the time. Uh, and so whenever they buy it, I recreate it and put it back in the shop. And so what Toast Tiger May Just Need Hat is saying is that uh, it's not a tiger, it's a lion actually. What that is saying is that I can make it a lion, which I like to put accessories on them. And for me to do that, here's regular items that I can just do in the regular pet shop in here. But for instance, if I made an animal and I go to in here, like for instance my owl, my baby owl, I can go into this regular tree and go to this regular pet store, and then these are the regular hat items, and then here's the regular neck items and regular outfit items. But for me to have a special rare hat, I need to specifically wait for a party to appear, which is this pets only party, or there's another party called like Become Your Pet or something like that. And I have to go to specifically those parties to go get the special rare hat. But I have to wait for them to appear with these times. And sometimes I don't specifically wait for them. I kind of just be like, oh, is it up? No, it's not. No worries. I'll do it later. And so what that was saying is I completely forgot that lion needed that rare hat. And so I have it, but I was like, oh no, I don't have the rare hat yet. And so I'll put it on the side. So I'm just waiting for that party when it pops up. For this specific one, I'm waiting for the lion party. Or it doesn't have to be a lion party, just any pet party. Just to get, which hat? I'm waiting to get this bread hat, basically. So that's that. And then what this is saying is that I accidentally made another pet by accident. And then what this one is actually a person's username. I'm waiting for this person to get back on because they have an animal that I really, really want. And I don't even know if they're trading it, but someone on Discord pinged me. It's like, hey, you're looking for a specific pet. This person has it. I'm not sure if they're trading it. I was like, oh, okay, thank you for letting me know. I'll ask them. It's just really hard to contact them because they're offline, I'm offline, blah, blah, blah. And so I can look up their name, but if these are grayed out, that just means they're offline. And the pet that I really want from them, I could show you, is this seal. This one's the seal that I asked for, but I think what their seal is exactly like this, I think, but with a tongue sticking out. And I was like, hey, that's not too bad. That's the exact seal that I want. And so I'm just going to ask her later if I can offer for it. And so that's what that is. And then the seal part is the pet that I want from her. And then the saying list of what people buy to cross off is when I write down purchases here. And then what this is saying is that I might want to add more art to my shop eventually of what I have in my inventory, because I also got an art shop. This is it so far. But yeah, I was basically saying that later on I might want to sell more of what is in my inventory. Oop, it's glitching. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Lagging, I mean, sorry. Like for instance, not this one because I love it, but since it doesn't have a shop icon, I was like, oh, do I want to sell this later? Or like other masterpieces that I like. As like for instance this one. This one I might just sell for like a diamond or gems or something, just because this doesn't apply anymore. And so it's like, oh, so I'm basically telling myself that I might want to sell more art. And then from here to here is all the pets that I need to add back in my shop. And then from here to here is art that I need to add in. But each time I need to restock something, I write it up here just so I can remember and I can erase it once I added it in. So if I really want to, I probably will. Right now I can add these things in. So I go to the art place, and then for instance Trick or Treat is one of them, which is just the names that I named them just so I can put it in my files and load it in. And then I create the item for 2 diamonds. And then I sell it for like 10 diamonds. And then I get 8 diamonds profit from it, which is awesome. And then what else we have? We got gray cats. And these are all pixel art. Not all of my art, but what I'm restocking is just pixel art. And then gray kitty, very good pixel art. And then that's all the art that I need to restock at the moment. Probably put it here. I make this 20 diamonds, even though you buy it for 2 to create the item, just because it's, in my opinion, it's a really good masterpiece. And then 10 diamonds. So it's basically what how good the art is. Like this isn't really good in my opinion, so it's just 8. This has 3 characters on it. It's pretty cute. So 10 diamonds and just stuff like that. You can make it any price that you want, but that's just what I do. And these are animals that I can restock, but I'm too lazy at the moment. I mean, I could wait. I don't want to wait 2 hours though. And then here's a party that you can go to. And then here's real people just talking. And yeah, here's the Phantom Emporium, which I really, really don't like this party. This party is basically the AJ creators just adding stuff back into the game that were. It just sucks because them doing that is making items be worth something to nothing, basically. And they keep returning items that returning items back into the game, so it's just making them lose value. And so a lot of people like this, a lot of people dislike this. I'm one of the people that dislike it just because it sucks. Because the people that had this item, you know, it used to be worth something, and now it's worth only 20 diamonds instead of, I don't know, like 80 diamonds or something like that. So they lost a lot of profit. And yeah, so now it's worth basically nothing. And so yeah, that's that. Here is what is on my trade lists. And so you can trade people if you wanted to. I mean, it's a little bit confusing. I got 5 lightning gauntlets on trade. I can either accept 20 diamonds for it or accept 1 din beta for it. and with whatever item I get, I put it back in my store. It's just trying to get rid of these items the best I can. And then here is all the member data betas that I have, I think anyway. And here's all the non-member data betas that I have. And then I'll show you. Here's all the members that I have, which is here from here. And then here's all the non-members that I have from here to here. That's what they look like. It's actually saying what I need. Like I need 3 more bubbles. I need 7 more gems. Or stuff like that. I think that's how I did it. And then here's extra if I have either or. The other den betas or walls and floors that you can add to your den or to your house. Stuff like that. Here's bad items to give. Right now is 19 items, rather that being 19 items worth a few rims or something 19 diamonds. So for instance, like this drumsticks, I can, once it hits 20, I can get rid of this item for free to somebody since it's 20. Or items worth 3 diamonds, I can just give out 19 items. It just depends on what I'm trying to get rid of. And the way that this goes up is that if somebody buys and does not ask for a gift, or if I gain any profit for any item. And that's a long process. I'm still figuring that out and stuff like that. Or if I don't want to get rid of 19, I also lower an item 19. Like for instance, these den betas that I need to lower eventually. I just don't want to yet because I'm still losing a lot of worth. Which I might want to do it to one of them right now actually. Let's see, I'll show you in a minute. Right now I'm only lowering my member data betas first, and then I'll switch over to non-members. So that's what I'm doing. So I'll show you that I'm basically doing right now. Or what I can do right now. I'll just do this gem. And so this gem used to be 20 diamonds. I need to lower it to 6 diamonds because that's what den betas say that they are right now. 5 to 6 diamonds. And these are all members, so they're the exact same worth. And so here's a gem item. So it's 6 diamonds basically right now. So I'm going to lower this item to 6. And for me to do that is 20 minus 14. And that equals 6. And so what I do from that is I use the items I'm going to give to lower my items. So I'll do 19 minus 14 will be 5. And then once this turns to 14, I can lower another item, if that makes sense. And so I would get rid of this gem item and then put it back. Oh my gosh. For 6 diamonds. And then I'll keep doing that until this is officially fixed. And then if I wanted to, I can go back to my clothing items and lower them, or just anything that I need to lower. And then somebody messaged me. Unfortunately, their message has glitched. It's so sad that the Azure developers don't really fix their game. And so I'm basically just telling them, hey, I'm sorry, your message glitched. Can you please repeat? I suck at typing right now. I think I'm just nervous. They are my friend, and so trying to tell me something. I don't know. And so that's what this is. And then here is stuff I'm donating to once I have time and I don't have anything to lower in my shop and I do have stuff to get rid of. Here's how many times, or not how many times, how much worth of stuff I gave to each server that I did here. On Discord, I mostly use it for all my animal jam. Let me rephrase that. I use my Discord for mostly animal jam, and these are each servers. And then there is only like 4, I think. All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, only use 4 of those servers to get rid of items for free to people. And so that's basically what's saying how much I got rid of for each thing. Their message glitched again, so I'm just gonna go to their house and say what's up. No, come here. I'm basically telling them to go to their house because I don't know what they said. I'm like, what you say? I was trying to follow them, but I cannot. That's a cute masterpiece. Person, what did you want to say? And then these are messages that I want to attach to the giveaway because sometimes I need help. And then here's my worth on my solids of how much I have on my spare account because my inventory is full and I can't hold the items. And then these are portals that I have in my house to go to other shops. And those portals are over here. Oops, didn't mean to go in one. And then this is basically just saying that check every so often just to make sure that they're still active, that they have my portal, that they still have their shops open, or if they've been gone for 30 days. And then these are people that have been gone for a while, and I have to get rid of their masterpiece, which I think I need to get rid of this one because I still have them. So just this person, I need to give them their masterpiece because when you share portals with me, you can give me your masterpiece to say whose portal is this? You know, who's this portal? I can click in front of the masterpiece in front of it. Like, oh, this is this person's portal. It's not a requirement to have. It's just easier to relocate or not relocate to locate where your portal is. It's just nice. And then here is my another spare account holding my stuff. Here's more spare accounts holding my stuff. And then what this is, here's big items that I have. Just to put to the side as a note of like, hey, this is how much I bought it for. If it sells or return it, and I gain profit of it, I'll let me know, and then I'll add it to this. And then same thing with the normal den items and normal clothing. So all of these items are in my stores. And I add it to my giveaway list if I made any profit or no profit at all. And if it sells, then I erase it. And then of course if I need to lower an item or make an item higher, then I will change it, which I mostly have to do with the whole thing. I know it's horrible prices at the moment. I'm still adjusting because words changes constantly. And then here's just saying what my accounts are. My spare accounts. I need to lower them. Like I need to delete some of these accounts. This is too much. And then here is some wish items that I'm wanting to get. It's gonna take forever, but it's dream items, you know. And then here's stuff on my trade list. I repeated it here And here, because these are phrases that I copy and I go into town to advertise with. You know, I sit down in a corner and then I say my phrases that I'm advertising. And then here's phrases that I say on my spare account, on my non-member account, looking for rares. Or trading my rares for items. And then here's saying what rares are worth nothing, basically, from here to here. And then these are colorful animals that I can glitch with the colors. And then here's some rules if I do a fashion show. And then I give them a prize if they're the last one standing. And then here's the themes that I have for it. 2019, what that is referring to is some year banners. Each year, Animal Jam adds these year banners, which is really cool. And I was basically, I'm trying to collect one for each year. But I don't know why, but AJ was did not create a 2019 one. I was like, why didn't they create a 2019 one? I'm very confused. And then what this is Animal Jam, but Animal Jam Play Wild. It's exactly the same game, really, but it's just different in a way. And I'll show you what that is. Oh, see an item sold. However, if my items sell in this version, I don't write anything down. It's just what it is. They're like, oh, nice, I got to sell. I don't write anything down. If I need to lower an item or make an item higher. And so just like, whatever. I don't really care. And I actually did not log in today, so hang on. And sometimes it glitches, and so I have to just close the game and just reopen it. And then it took me a while to even learn this version of Animal Jam. What this is that it's like a pack. I don't know how to explain that well. It's where you can do missions that if you want to, and you can have like a huge pack if you wanted to, but I don't want to be in one, and so I just kind of make a solo one. And if you remember, each day you can go to your pack area and get a chest. You don't have to, but just in case if you want to. And like I said, gyms are basically nothing, but it's totally fine. What was I trying to explain? Oh, here's some items that I think that I want, but I'm not very good of what is in AJ Play Wild. I was like, what is in AJ Play Wild? Of like in AJ Classic, the one that I showed you before, I know a lot of. Like I know mostly everything, but in this game, I don't know how much I know of. Maybe like 50%. This game is a little bit harder to learn for me, at least. Basically, it's like this is my house, this is my shop too, and I decorated it how I wanted to. You can decorate your house as you like it. And I'm basically saying here, it's like, well, I think I want these, but I'm not sure if there is, like, and just stuff like that. And then here's items that I have in my inventory that I don't know the worth of. And for me to find out the worth, I go to this area. And then I click on this Explorer page, and I look up the items that I have and see what other people are pricing them as, and try to match their prices as much as I can. Ooh. And so that's what that is. And then here's the same thing, but here's just clothing items that have a special effect on them. And I need to find out the worth on them just so I can put it in the store because I don't want to keep the item. And then here's items that I need to recheck in my store. I was like, ooh, I think these are actually changing worth. If I need to make it higher or lower, I'm not too sure yet. And so that's what that is. And then here's another few items that I need to check on because I don't want to keep them and they have a special effect, and I just need to just make sure the worth. If it's worth nothing, then I try to get rid of it. Or if it's worth something, then I put it in the store. And then that's what this is these are animals. And for AJ Play Wild, you can actually put them on missions for a few days, and they can give you a special item or a pretty bad item. It just is random. And so they have levels that you can just, make them level up, which is awesome. And if they're level 5, they go on a really cool mission. But for them to even go, they need to have 3 energy. And for them to get energy, I think you just put them in this house, and then you have to just recharge them or something. I think that's how you do it. And then I have to wait 8 hours for them to do it again. So they slowly but surely level up. And for me to level them up even more, I have to go to this place. And then I have to put it has to be the exact same animal. I'm still learning this. So basically, like you see this animal with the red ruby, that means I put him in the middle with 4 others at the same level, and I just combine them into one. So that way they can do an even bigger mission and maybe get better rewards. And so that's what I'm doing there. So basically that's what that's saying. It's like, hey, I can upgrade these pets eventually. And then I think these are items that I really, really want. And so I make like a wish. It's really cool on AJ Play Wild because you can make a wish list of items that you want. And so every so often I go into the store and then I click on my wish list and then go through them to see if anybody's selling them at a good price or stuff like that. Like this wooden thing, I click on it and I kind of specifically want brown or white, but there's never really brown. I see some whites, but that's max sapphires, which is fine. It might be that price. I don't really want to buy it for that price. So hopefully later on maybe someone will buy it or put it in their shop a little bit cheaper, and then I might buy it, considering. It just depends on how much sapphires you got. This is a lot, but I'm picky and I'm stubborn, and so I kind of just wait on it, and I'll get it when I want to. And stuff like that. So that's what that is for. And then these are saying stuff like, oh, maybe I should look in the shop to see if there's any more items, because maybe I want more dresses to put on my animals or more earrings and stuff like that. And then what this is saying is that I can take a screenshot or record something if I need to. And then here is some shows that I'm watching. What episode am I on? What season am I on? And then what this is just for The Sims. It's for like cheats to put in, and like here's some accounts that have mods that I want to look up their name. And then here's ideas of what I want to do in the game eventually. And stuff like that. But yeah. And then that's AJ Play Wild. And then here's my tabs of I can look up the worth as much as I want. And then what this is, I use this basically to see where the item came from or if an item is in the store. I'm like, wait, is that in the store? Is it not? Because sometimes I'll check. I'm like, oh, that is in a store. Okay. And then here's some spikes. I constantly need to refresh to make sure that the price is right. Just so when somebody trades me a spike, I know exactly what it's worth. It just sucks because I have to keep 4 tabs open, which I don't really need to, but I just like to. And so that's upgraded, upgraded, upgraded. And then here's the collector items that I keep. I have a tab on. And yes, I always keep these open. And then here's AJ Play Wild. Wiki to see where it came from, if it's in store. Like for instance, I looked up this item. I'm like, oh, it is available. It does cost this much, but sometimes it won't cost that much. So I have to look it up in the Explorer page, the calculator, and then just the stream. And so yeah. But yeah, that's what I've been doing. And then what this is basically just saying that my masterpiece was good. And yeah. The person still hasn't messaged me back, so I guess they didn't need me anymore. But yeah. I got clothing items. Yeah? Okay. Nope. Sorry, my mom's talking. Okay. But yeah, here's my house and my shops. Well, it's not really a house. Like I said, unfortunately use it for mostly my shops. I decorated before on a few dens, but I don't really anymore. I got nature den items, all clothing items, collector items, pets, art. We got den betas. I will lower all of them eventually. I got only 1 spike in there, which is that price, which is fair. It's just max diamonds that I can't get it for. And then here's some donations that I also get for if they buy it. They don't need to, it's just if they want to. And here's some gem items that I sell. Like I said, gems are like nothing, but these items are basically nothing. So I just like to get some gems if I need to, because I use most of my gems on creating more pets if I need to. And here's normal adventure items to play as, which I do here. For each adventure, you get like a den item or something like that most of the time. And I just put them in here. And then those are the eco items. And yeah. That's that. Here's my main character that I always use. But yeah, that's how it is. And then I can check out on the servers. I can show you what this is. Like, for instance, someone's giving their today's Rare Item Monday out. What they're basically saying is that every Monday, the Animal Jam creators, they give out 1 rare item into the store. And it's only there for that day. And then, the reason why he is giving it out is because some people can't get that. I'm not gonna go into that giveaway just because I don't need it and I don't want it. So I just give it to I'm gonna let other people go for that. And it's really cool because of these servers that you can advertise your shops and fashion shows, which is awesome. I'm not even sure if I'm allowed to show this Discord on stream. I'm not too sure, but I'm gonna do it anyway. And then yeah, it's just really cool. all these servers have a lot of stuff that you can do on. Here's stuff that, just bad people scamming kids and scamming people. I think most of the time, on Animal Jam, I think it's mostly people around my age and then some kids. It's like, I think it's 50-50. I mean, this was my childhood game since I was 12. And I took like a 10-year break and I slowly came back to it. I think I've been playing this for 5 years though. When I came back, I'm not too sure. But yeah. And of course, for membership, you have to pay for it, or you can attach it to your AJ Play Wild account and just buy your sapphires, or buy your membership with the sapphires that you get, which is basically diamonds on that version. And so that's why I never buy membership. I just use my sapphires that I get from the shops, and then I constantly just rebuy. So that's what I do. And then I just like to advertise, and my mom's calling me. But yeah, since it says 30 plus messages and I can't find my... Okay. I can't find my messages, or my message that I advertised, just because so many people comment, which is totally fine. And so I look up my username, and then here's stuff that I said before. And so I just hop to my old message, I copy and paste this, oops, and then I upload that thing I'm advertising, which you don't need to, but I like it to, just so people can see. And then it goes to the bottom, and I like to keep it on the adventures tab because people don't really comment in here. Just because I only want to click on it if I want to see it. And then do it to every other server. Oops. And I always try to do it every 10 messages apart or more. Ooh, these are good items, I think. So yeah, that's that person's username if you want to go there. I think that's a really good price. I don't know. I have to look it up. Most of the time I know the worth, but you never know, because worth changes constantly. But yeah, I think I'm going to advertise my shops on the servers, and then I think I'm going to end the stream for now today. But yeah, I'm going to get used to this eventually. It's just my first time streaming on PC, so bear with me. I'm not used to it from my PS4. If you have any questions or want me to explain anything, feel free. I like to have these two tabs open because some people, they will post something like this person and they say, oh, these things are free. And so people will comment as fast as they can, and it's usually like the first 3 people will get the item. And so I like to have those tabs open just in case if I want something, or if I have time to like comment. I'm like, oh, no, me. We need the food. I want the dog, or something like that. And so I like to keep those open just in case. And then I mostly use this one for fashion shows that I like to play in, or host one of my own. I haven't done it in a while. It's just I want to lower a lot of my items before giving away items again, which is gonna take forever, but it's okay. And then I could do my looking for, and then there's items that you want to post, items that you want and can't really find them, so you just post them here. And yeah, that is what I do. And yeah, that's that. I don't know when I'm gonna stream again. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know. How long was this stream? Hang on. Like an hour. Alright, I'm still getting used to it. Like I said, So please bear with me. Sorry if I spoke too much during the stream or scrambled up my words. I'm getting used to it. Bear with me. Sorry if I repeated that and this too much, but yeah, if you have any questions or need me to explain something or just confused, please let me know. I'll try to explain it the best I can. I think for now I'm only gonna stream this game and see where it goes from there. And I'll explain what I'll do in the future streams. But yeah, I haven't streamed for I don't know how long. A long time. But yeah, I think that's it for now. Alright, bye.